The gray bear is a powerful and intelligent predator of the forest. It possesses tremendous strength and lightning-fast reflexes. In the wild, gray bear attacks often happen without warning, leaving prey with no chance to react. From solo hunts to breathtaking battles, every moment is packed with drama. These scenes not only amaze but also showcase their incredible skill and hunting instincts. Hit play now to witness the unbelievable attacks of gray bears up close. The bison, a mighty symbol of the prairie, with its massive frame and sharp horns, is always ready for battles of life and death. When faced with a colossal grizzly, their clashes become more intense than anyone could imagine. The bear unleashes brutal power and ferocity, while the bison refuses to back down, countering with crushing charges and the full weight of its body. Roars echo, dust and rocks fly, and every impact shakes the land itself. The confrontation between these two titans is not only violent but also a stunning display of wild beauty and raw survival instincts on the open plains. Each battle is both savage and tragic, leaving witnesses breathless. Such unforgiving struggles turn the prairie into nature's grand arena. On a grassy hill, a grizzly intrudes into a bison herd's territory and is immediately driven off by their combined force. But soon after, the bear returns, striking back and throwing the herd into chaos. The calf falls behind and quickly becomes its target. The grizzly drags it down and hauls it uphill. One brave adult bison charges in, knocking the bear over in an attempt to save the calf, but it's too late. Heartbroken, it has no choice but to retreat to the herd. On another hill, a mother bison has just given birth to her calf. Before she can even rest, she must run with her newborn as a coyote pursues them. A grizzly appears, chasing off the coyote and trying to approach, but the mother stays fiercely protective, refusing to let the intruder near. Though only minutes old, the calf clings tightly to her, matching every stride. Together they dash along the lakeshore, narrowly escaping the grizzly's pursuit. In the Lamar Valley of Yellowstone National Park, a bison spots a grizzly bear in the distant meadow. Without hesitation, the bison charges toward the bear. The grizzly stares for a few moments, then quickly bolts uphill, leaving the bison behind. The bison, with its massive size and extraordinary strength, is one of the most powerful animals in the wild. Despite its gentle appearance, it is ready to defend its territory against any enemy, even a grizzly bear. The confrontations between bison and grizzly bears are always intense, as the bison's superior strength sometimes forces the grizzly bear to back down. Each strike is a battle with no mercy, where the grizzly bear tries to use its strength to dominate, while the bison uses its toughness and bravery to resist. These battles are not just stunning action scenes, but also a testament to resilience and fierce survival instincts in the wild. In Yellowstone National Park, a scene unfolds as a grizzly bear chases and attacks a bison. It relentlessly follows, biting and grabbing the prey. The grizzly bear drags the bison across a bridge and into the nearby river. The bison, suffering from the bear's bites, struggles to endure, but too exhausted, it is pushed into the water. The predator successfully brings it down and drags the bison's body to the shore to enjoy the spoils of the hunt. On the prairie, a herd of bison is trying to fend off a predator approaching a calf. A young bison calf has fallen behind and is within the grizzly bear's sights. In an instant, the predator attacks from behind. The grizzly bear grabs the calf and drags it away. By the time the mother bison returns, it is too late to save her calf. In the deep forest, cunning and courageous wolves always hunt in packs, their sharp eyes tracking every movement around them. But when they encounter a gray bear, a massive predator with overwhelming strength, every ordinary hunt instantly turns into an unbelievable, high-stakes confrontation. The wolves crouch, strike unexpectedly, and dodge the bear's powerful swipes, creating heart-stopping survival moments that keep viewers glued to this wild, unpredictable scene. These encounters are not just survival battles. They also showcase the wolves' extraordinary intelligence, agility, and bravery. By the riverbank, a gray bear is thoroughly enjoying its prey when a hungry wolf approaches to cause trouble. The wolf tries to sneak closer, but the bear's sharp gaze immediately locks onto it, sending the wolf retreating in fear. As it turns to leave, the wolf realizes the gray bear is charging after it. It tries to resist, but quickly flees. In the forest, a gray bear and a pack of wolves compete over a single prey. The wolves growl continuously, threatening the bear, yet it remains calm and patient. When the bear starts to leave, the wolves think it's trying to steal their meal and lunge, but the gray bear stays silent. Finally, as the pack moves away, the bear approaches the leftover prey, only for the wolves to suddenly attack again, provoking the bear into a furious counterattack that slaps one of the wolves in the face. Terrified, the wolves are forced to retreat. In the dense forests of North America, black bears, though smaller, are agile and extremely cunning, always finding ways to survive in harsh wilderness. When faced with a massive gray bear, encounters quickly turn dramatic and unbelievable. The black bear dodges and counters unexpectedly, creating tense mind games between two powerful predators. Every move, every strike carries life or death stakes, leaving viewers breathless with every moment. Despite being overpowered, the black bear demonstrates extraordinary intelligence and courage. These confrontations are not just survival battles. They are a testament to the skill and bravery of the black bear. All of this creates captivating, wild scenes that are hard to look away from. A male gray bear foraging near the water spots a female black bear and her cub on the hill. The moment it sees them, it charges, causing the mother and cub to panic and flee. They run quickly up the hill to a tall tree and climb it. Seeing the gray bear still following closely to protect her cub, the mother black bear slips, leaving the cub clinging to the high branches. After a while, the gray bear ambles away, leaving peace for the mother and cub. In the forest, a black bear clings to a tree, carefully observing below. After a long hesitation, apparently tired from holding on, it decides to climb down, but seems too frightened to move and stays alert. A gray bear in the forest roars, startling the black bear into scrambling back up the tree. The two stalk each other for a long while. The gray bear shows no intention of giving up, holding its ground at the base of the tree, while the black bear stays perched above to avoid attack. On a tree-covered hill, a gray bear foraging suddenly spots a black bear below, also searching for food. Immediately, the massive gray bear charges toward the black bear, scaring it into quickly climbing a tall tree. Both chase each other up the tree, but the black bear seems to be a better climber, leaving the gray bear below. Yet the gray bear refuses to give up. Will the black bear manage to escape? The black bear, with its agility and remarkable intelligence, is one of the best survivors in the wild. Although smaller than the grizzly bear, it is not intimidated when faced with one. The encounters between these two bear species always bring dramatic moments. The black bear uses its agility and smart tactics to cope with the stronger grizzly bear. Their battles are not just a clash of strength, but also a competition of wit and experience. These confrontations make nature even more intense and captivating than ever before. Sometimes, victory depends not only on strength, but also on the ability to deceive and take advantage of the environment. In such battles, anything can happen. The male grizzly bear, foraging near the water's edge, spots a female black bear and her cub on the hill. As soon as it sees the two black bears, it immediately charges toward them, causing the mother and cub to run away in fear. They quickly climb up the hill to a tall tree, with the grizzly bear still close behind. The mother black bear slides down to protect her cub, leaving it perched high in the tree. After a while, the grizzly bear slowly retreats, leaving the two black bears in peace. In the forest, a black bear is trying to cling to a tree, keeping a watchful eye on what's below. After a long time, it seems tired from holding on and decides to climb down. However, it appears to be afraid of something and hesitates, staying vigilant. A grizzly bear calls out from the forest, causing the black bear to quickly climb back up the tree. The two engage in a back and forth for a while. The grizzly bear has no intention of letting the black bear go and stays at the base of the tree, while the black bear remains up high, avoiding the grizzly's attacks. On a hill covered with trees, the grizzly bear was foraging when it suddenly spotted a black bear foraging nearby. Immediately, the massive grizzly bear charged swiftly towards the black bear, causing it to panic and quickly climb a tall tree to escape. The two chased each other up the tree, but the black bear seemed to be better at climbing, leaving the grizzly bear behind. However, the grizzly bear refused to give up. Will the black bear manage to escape? The mountain lion, one of the most mysterious and legendary big cats, stands out for its speed and cunning in hunting. With incredible strength, they can face most foes in the wild, but when confronted with a grizzly bear, everything changes. The grizzly bear, with its massive size and brutal strength, is an opponent that even the mountain lion must be wary of. The encounters between these two species are breathtaking battles, where each species' survival instincts are fully displayed. The mountain lion, with its ability to target and strike swiftly, seems to make the grizzly bear step back. However, the grizzly bear is not easily defeated, with its superior strength and resilience in every confrontation. These encounters are a testament to the harsh wild life where only the strongest survive. A mountain lion wandered down the slope, its eyes glancing back as if something was following it. After descending the slope, the mountain lion stood quietly looking up at the hill, when suddenly a grizzly bear appeared, lurking under the trees. The mountain lion calmly observed before lying down to rest. But as soon as it lay down, the grizzly bear immediately moved towards the slope, causing the mountain lion to panic and flee. A mother mountain lion was playing with her cubs at the top of the mountain when it seemed to catch the scent of an intruder. Immediately, the mountain lion moved her cubs to a safe spot and turned to face the massive grizzly bear that was approaching, ready to protect her young. The two animals clashed in an attack under the fearful gaze of the mountain lion cubs, growling and threatening each other, until finally the grizzly bear walked away, leaving peace for the mountain lion and her cubs. Across the vast forest plains, massive and agile elk move cautiously to avoid danger. When the gray bear appears, the peaceful scene instantly turns into a tense survival arena. Spectacular chases unfold as the elk use extraordinary strength and speed to dodge the bear's powerful strikes. Every sprint, every thrust of the elk is a desperate effort to protect its life. These face-offs leave viewers breathless, syncing with the heartbeat of the wild. The gray bear is powerful, but the elk are smart and courageous, creating unbelievable battles. These confrontations are not just survival struggles, they showcase the elk's strength and remarkable resilience in the deep forest. On a hillside, a grizzly bear sprints down fast, targeting the elk below. As it nears its prey, it pauses to observe. The imposing presence of the grizzly catches the elk's attention, yet they remain calm, standing their ground. Moments later, the grizzly races along the hillside toward the elk herd, scattering them in panic. By the time the bear reaches them, the herd has fled entirely. In the meadow, a herd of elk migrating together encounters a gray bear in pursuit. The entire herd panics and flees as the bear gives chase. One young elk, unfortunately, is caught despite its desperate attempts to escape and fight back. On the grasslands, a herd of elk seems to be fleeing from some predator, their eyes scanning the surroundings warily. Suddenly, a grizzly bear charges from nowhere, sending them into a panicked stampede. But with its heavy body, the bear cannot keep up and eventually gives up, retreating. The black bear, although smaller than the grizzly bear, possesses incredible strength and agility. This bear species is not afraid of challenges, and when facing the grizzly bear, they demonstrate courage and clever tactics that leave everyone in awe. The battles between black bears and grizzly bears are always intense, as despite being smaller in size, the black bears use their speed and intelligence to counter the powerful enemy. The grizzly bear, with its superior strength, sometimes has to face the unexpected and impressive strategies of the black bear. These encounters between the two bear species are epic showdowns that keep viewers glued to the screen, full of drama and emotion. In a forest, a grizzly bear and a black bear are having a territorial dispute between two massive creatures. Both sides charge at each other, biting and clawing, neither one willing to back down, as this is a battle to assert their dominance. Which side will emerge victorious? In the forest, a grizzly bear is wandering, searching for food. As it walks, it spots a black bear and immediately chases after it. The black bear, frightened, climbs a nearby tall tree and successfully escapes from the grizzly bear. The bison, with its massive body and overwhelming strength, is always one of the most powerful animals on the plains. However, when facing the grizzly bear, a massive and brutal predator, their encounters become battles of intellect and strength, with no mercy. While the bison boasts a sturdy body and powerful charges, the grizzly bear does not easily relent, with brutal swipes and terrifying persistence. These battles are contests between two forces of nature where every strike and movement could change the outcome. All these elements combine to create intense clashes, where both species' survival is tested to the limit.
He's going down the bank.
On the roadside, a grizzly bear slowly crosses the path. As it reaches the other side, it charges down the grassy slope toward a group of bison lying there. However, seeing the large number of bison, the grizzly bear backs off and abandons its attack. On the grassy hill, a bison spots the grizzly bear from a distance and immediately charges toward it. As the grizzly bear notices, it begins to run toward the bison, but quickly turns away upon seeing the bison's aggression. The chase ensues, but the grizzly runs faster, eventually cutting off and driving the bison away. The mountain goat, a master climber on steep cliffs, may seem outmatched by the colossal grizzly, yet their confrontations leave everyone stunned. When the bear relies on brute strength, the goat counters with agility and sharp horns in a fierce defense. On sheer mountain slopes, every daring leap and sudden strike turns the clash into a breathtaking chase. The stark difference in size and power makes these encounters even harder to believe, showcasing the goat's fierce survival skills in the wild. At times, the goat's grit and cleverness force the grizzly to back off, retreating from the treacherous cliffs. These moments create dramatic survival stories, full of intensity and wonder between two masters of the mountains. Grizzly spots a goat and clambers up the mountainside in pursuit. But with a split-second mistake, the bear allows its prey to escape, sprinting higher up the slope to safety. Slowly, a grizzly climbs down a sheer cliff, trying to reach two goats below. They stand face to face as the bear searches for a way down. It hovers directly above the goats but still can't find a path. The goats stomp in warning, trying to drive the bear away, yet it stubbornly refuses to leave. Finally, frustrated and defeated, the grizzly gives up and walks away. The elk, with its majestic appearance and superior strength, is one of the most formidable wild animals. However, when faced with a grizzly bear, these elk not only rely on their strength, but also on agility and smart tactics to protect their lives. Encounters between elk and grizzly bears are always intense battles, where every movement is crucial. Although the grizzly bear possesses overwhelming strength, the elk is not easily defeated. They can use the environment to escape or counterattack. These moments are not only a fight for survival, but also a symbol of strength and resilience in the wild. On the plain, a herd of elk is migrating when they encounter a grizzly bear chasing them. The entire herd panics and runs when the grizzly bear chases after them. One young elk, unfortunately, is caught despite its efforts to escape and fight back. In Yellowstone National Park, a grizzly bear is chasing a herd of elk. The entire herd panics and tries to escape. However, the grizzly bear seems slower than the elk, and in the end it lets them escape, not catching any prey. At Grand Teton National Park, an encounter occurs between the elk herd and the grizzly bear. The grizzly bear is accompanied by two cubs, but it doesn't seem to intend to attack the elk herd.